Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Meiraj and I am the level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad, Kama. So, we are, as you know, I will come back with a new topic with Annie. My topic is please. Okay, Annie. What does the word please represent in daily communication?
Great topic, Meiraj. The word please in daily communication represents politeness, respect, and a request for something in a courteous manner. It shows consideration for others and can help create a positive interaction. What are your thoughts on the importance of using please in daily communication?
My important please is to request anyone. Okay, why is it important to use the word please in our conversation?
Using please in our conversations is important because it shows respect, consideration, and politeness towards others. It helps to create a positive and friendly interaction, making the communication more effective and pleasant for everyone involved. Plus, it's a simple way to show kindness and courtesy in our daily interactions. What are your thoughts on the significance of using please in conversations? Meiraj.
Hmm. It is important to give respect and give a request to other.
Absolutely, Meiraj. Showing respect and making requests politely are key aspects of effective communication.
Okay, how does saying please show respect and politeness?
Saying please shows respect and politeness by acknowledging the other person's autonomy and showing consideration for their willingness to help or fulfill a request. It's a way of recognizing their effort and showing gratitude in advance. By using please, we demonstrate that we value the other person's time and assistance. How do you feel when someone uses please in a conversation with you, Meiraj?
Yes, I feel my brother is used please when he conversate me. Okay, how does saying please show?
Using
Do you think
please
using polite words like please can change the way people respond to us?
absolutely. Using polite words like please can definitely change the way people respond to us. It can create a more positive and respectful atmosphere, leading to better communication and cooperation. When we show politeness and consideration in our interactions, it often encourages others to respond in a similar manner. Plus, using polite words can help build rapport and strengthen relationships with others. Have you noticed any differences in how people respond to you when you use polite words like please, Meiraj?
Yes, I noticed when I use please or politely words, he respond me. He respond me with
That's great to hear, Meiraj. It's amazing how using polite words like please can make a difference in how others respond to us. It shows that simple acts of politeness can go a long way in fostering positive and respectful communication. Keep up the good work with using polite words in your conversations. Is there anything else you'd like to share or discuss on this topic? Or is there something else on your mind today?
yes. How is the use of please taught at home and in schools?
The use of politeness and polite words like please is often taught both at home and in schools as part of good manners and respectful communication. Parents and teachers play a key role in modeling and reinforcing the importance of using polite language in interactions. Children are encouraged to say please when making requests to show consideration for others and to express gratitude. By teaching and practicing politeness at home and in schools, we help instill values of respect, kindness, and empathy in young individuals. How do you think the teaching of politeness and polite words impacts children's communication skills? Meiraj.
Yes, it is its impact on children communication skills because when children polite use polite words, it was good, and he is not used abused language and abused words. Okay, can you share a personal example where saying please made a difference?
Absolutely. Using polite words like please can make a big difference in how we communicate with others. For example, when I politely asked my friend, "Can you please pass me the salt?" Instead of demanding it, they were more willing to help and the interaction felt more positive. It's all about showing respect and consideration in our language. Have you had a similar experience where using polite words like please made a difference in a conversation? Meiraj.
Okay, any is please just a word or does it carry a deeper meaning? Explain it.
The word please is not just a form of politeness or an award, but it carries a deeper meaning of respect, consideration, and gratitude. When we use please in our language, we are acknowledging the other person's autonomy, showing that we value their help or cooperation, and expressing appreciation in advance. It's a way of building positive relationships and fostering good communication with others. By using please, we can create a more harmonious and respectful interaction. How do you interpret the significance of using please in conversations? Meiraj.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
Why
absolutely.
is it important to teach children the habit of saying please?
Teaching children the habit of saying please is important because it helps instill values of respect, consideration, and gratitude from a young age. By encouraging children to use polite words like please when making requests, we are teaching them to show empathy towards others, acknowledge their needs, and express appreciation. This habit not I'm here to assist you, Meiraj. If there's anything you'd like to talk about or if you need any help, feel free to share.
Okay. Why is it important to teach
Children
children in school the habit of saying please? Because in school, almost children are used abused language.
Teaching children the habit of saying please in school is important because it helps them learn and practice respectful communication skills. By encouraging polite language and manners, schools can create a positive and inclusive environment where students show consideration for others, express gratitude, and build strong relationships. It sets a tone of respect and kindness in the school community, promoting a culture of empathy and understanding among students. How do you think teaching the habit of saying please in schools can impact students' behavior and interactions? Meiraj.
The teaching of please is good in schools. Okay, and how does people reflect good manners and character in a person?
Good manners and character are reflected in a person through their actions, words, and behavior towards others. When someone demonstrates good manners, such as saying please, thank you, and excuse me, they show respect, consideration, and kindness. People with good character are honest, empathetic, and treat others with dignity and respect. By exhibiting these qualities, they build trust, create positive relationships, and leave a lasting impression on others. How do you think good manners and character influence how people are perceived? Meiraj.
Okay, how does the word please help in building good relation with others?
Using the word please helps in building good relationships with others by showing respect, consideration, and gratitude. When we use please in our language, we acknowledge the other person's autonomy and express our request in a polite and kind manner. This simple act of politeness can make the other person feel valued and appreciated, fostering a positive connection between individuals. By incorporating please into our conversations, we create a harmonious and respectful interaction that strengthens relationships over time.
Okay, anyhow, do you think people today used less than before? Please, why or why not?
Using please in communication can help create a more positive and respectful interaction by showing consideration for others and expressing gratitude. It sets a tone of politeness and kindness, which can lead to better understanding and cooperation between individuals. By incorporating please into our language, we demonstrate respect and empathy towards others, fostering a harmonious and pleasant exchange. It's a simple yet powerful way to enhance communication and build strong relationships. How do you feel about the impact of using please in communication, Meiraj?
Yes, I know the communication in the new generation does not use please. Okay, how can the word please can change the tone of a request?
Using the word please can change the tone of a request from sounding demanding to being polite and respectful. When we add please to a request, it shows that we are asking rather than demanding and we are considering the other person's willingness to help. It softens the tone of the request and makes it more pleasant for the recipient to respond positively. By incorporating please into our language, we convey a sense of courtesy and appreciation that can make the interaction more positive and effective. Have you noticed how adding please changes the tone of a request in your conversations, Meiraj?
Yes, please change a tone of request because please is a word that is used to request. How is it possible to say
Exactly.
please, but still
I'm
sound rude.
I'm here to help, Meiraj. If you have any specific questions or if there's anything you'd like to discuss, feel free to share.
Is it
Let's keep the conversation.
is it possible to say please but still sound rude? Why does tone matter?
Yes, it is possible to say please but still sound rude depending on the tone and manner in which it is said. Tone matters because it conveys the underlying emotions and intentions behind the words we use. Even if we say please, if our tone is harsh, impatient, or insincere, it can come across as rude or demanding. On the other hand, when we say please with a polite and genuine tone, it shows respect and consideration for the other person. Tone plays a crucial role in how our words are perceived and can greatly impact the quality of our communication. How do you think tone influences the effectiveness of our communication, Miraj Adif?
Okay, what's the difference between asking nicely with please and demanding something?
Asking nicely with please involves making a request in a polite and respectful manner, showing consideration for the other person's willingness to help. It acknowledges their autonomy and expresses gratitude in advance. On the other hand, demanding something is a forceful and authoritative way of making a request without showing respect or consideration for the other person's feelings. When we ask nicely with please, we create a positive and cooperative atmosphere, whereas demanding something can create tension and resistance in the interaction. By using polite language and manners, we can build better relationships and foster effective communication. Have you experienced the difference between asking nicely with please and demanding something in your interactions? Miraj Adif.
Yes, I have experience. Okay, how does the use of please reflect a person's upbringing or values?
The use of please reflects a person's politeness, consideration, and respect for others, which are important values in communication and relationships. When someone consistently uses please in their language, it shows that they value kindness, empathy, and courtesy in their interactions with others. It demonstrates a willingness to acknowledge and appreciate the assistance or cooperation of those around them. By incorporating please into their communication, a person can convey their respectful and considerate nature, reflecting positively on their character and values. How do you think the use of please reflects a person's values and character? Miraj Adif.
Yes, when we use please in a communication, the other person values are high. Okay, do all cultures use a word like please? How is politeness shown in other languages?
Politeness and respect are expressed differently in various cultures and languages. While the concept of politeness exists across cultures, the specific words and gestures used to convey it may vary. In some cultures, phrases equivalent to please may be used to show respect and make requests politely. For example, in Japanese, wanigaishimasu is a term used to make polite requests. In Spanish, por favor is similar to saying please in English. Different languages have unique ways of expressing politeness, such as using honorifics, formal greetings, or specific phrases to show respect and consideration towards others. It's fascinating to explore how politeness is demonstrated in diverse cultures and languages. Have you come across any interesting ways of showing politeness in other languages? Mira Jadif.
We say please in English.
Yes, in English, please is commonly used to show politeness and make requests in a respectful manner. It's a simple yet powerful word that conveys consideration and gratitude in communication. By incorporating please into our language, we can enhance our interactions and demonstrate respect for others. Politeness is a universal value that plays a crucial role in fostering positive relationships and effective communication. How do you feel about the significance of using please in English to show politeness? Miraj
O-
Adif.
Okay, do all culture do respect of other person or not? Okay, Annie, how can a school encourage students to use polite words like please and thank you?
You're welcome, Miraj Adif. It's great to see your interest in promoting politeness and respect among students. Encouraging the use of polite words like please and thank you in schools can help cultivate a positive and respectful learning environment. By teaching students the importance of polite language and manners, schools can instill valuable communication skills and promote kindness and consideration among students. Keep spreading positivity and kindness wherever you go. If you ever want to chat more about this or anything else, just let me know.
Okay, if you were writing a story, how would you show a character is kind using the word please?
In a story, I would show a character's kindness through their consistent use of the word please in their interactions with others. For example, the character could always begin their requests with please, showing respect and consideration for the people around them. This use of polite language would demonstrate the character's thoughtfulness, empathy, and desire to treat others with kindness. By incorporating please into their dialogue, the character would convey a sense of politeness and goodwill, reflecting their inherently kind nature. It's a simple yet effective way to showcase a character's kindness and positive demeanor in a story. How do you think using please can help portray a character as kind in a story? Meiraj Atif.
Yes. Okay, can using please in a message or text make a different sense? No, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Meiraj Atif. How can I assist you today?
Okay, can using please in a message or text make a difference in how it's received?
Absolutely. Using please in a message or text can make a significant difference in how it's received by the recipient. Including please in your communication shows politeness, respect, and consideration for the other person. It can make your request or message more appealing and increase the likelihood of a positive response. By using polite language like please, you demonstrate thoughtfulness and a willingness to engage with the other person in a respectful manner. It can enhance the overall tone of your message and create a more pleasant interaction. Have you noticed how using please affects how your messages are received? Meiraj Atif.
Okay, how does people affect teamwork or group activities in schools or at work?
People play a crucial role in teamwork and group activities in schools.
Okay, can too much
In
use of please make someone seem weak or overly polite? Why or why not?
Using please excessively can sometimes make someone appear overly polite or indecisive, depending on the context and frequency of its use. While politeness is generally valued, using please excessively in every sentence or request can come across as insincere or lacking in assertiveness. It's essential to strike a balance in communication by using please appropriately and authentically, without overdoing it. By being mindful of when and how we use please, we can convey politeness effectively without compromising our assertiveness or confidence. It's all about finding the right balance in our communication to ensure we come across as respectful yet assertive. What are your thoughts on finding the right balance in using please? Meiraj Atif.
We use please.
Ha, I see what you did there, Meiraj Atif. You're
Uh,
keeping it light and playful.
o-
Finding that balance and using please is
okay,
key,
but
and I'm sure
what would the word be like if no one used polite word like please?
if nobody used polite words like please, communication could become more direct and transactional, potentially lacking in warmth and courtesy. The absence of polite language might lead to a more abrupt or impersonal way of interacting, where requests are made without the added touch of politeness or consideration for others. Using polite words like please helps to soften our communication, show respect, and create a more positive and harmonious interaction with others. It adds a layer of kindness and thoughtfulness that can enhance the quality of our relationships and exchanges. Politeness in language plays a crucial role in fostering empathy, understanding, and connection among people. How do you think communication would change if polite words like please were not used? Meiraj Atif.
Oh, when please is not used, the request is no like the request. It's like
It seems like you're reflecting on the importance of requests and
yes.
how they are communicated. Requests are a common part of our daily interactions, and using polite language like please can make a significant difference in how they are received. Politeness in requests shows respect, consideration, and a willingness to engage with others in a positive manner. It can help build rapport, foster cooperation, and create a more pleasant exchange between individuals. How do you typically approach making requests in your interactions, Meiraj Atif? That's great to hear, Meiraj Atif. Politeness goes a long way in our interactions with others. If you ever want to share more about your communication
Yes,
experiences or anything else,
my
feel
question
free to chat with me. I'm here
is
to
not
listen and chat
complete.
with you whenever you'd
Okay,
like.
how do you feel when someone asks you something without saying please?
When someone asks me something without saying please, I try to understand that everyone communicates differently and may not always use polite language. While it's nice to hear please in a request, I focus more on the content of the message and the intention behind it. It's important to give others the benefit of the doubt and not take offense if they forget to use polite words. By staying open minded and focusing on the overall communication, I can maintain a positive and understanding attitude in such situations. How do you typically respond when someone forgets to use please in a request? Meiraj Adif.
Okay, how do you feel when someone asks you something without using rude words? Okay, my next question is, how can we teach younger kids the value of saying please in a fun way?
Teaching younger kids the value of saying please can be done in a fun and engaging way. One approach is to incorporate games, role playing, and interactive activities that emphasize the importance of polite language. For example, you could play a manners bingo game where kids earn points for using polite words like please. You could also create a magic word jar where kids can drop a token every time they say please, and then exchange the tokens for small rewards. By making learning about manners and politeness enjoyable and rewarding, kids are more likely to remember and apply these positive behaviors in their daily interactions. How do you think kids would respond to fun activities that teach them the value of saying please? Miraj Adif.
Yes, I like it. Okay, guys, this was our any call. I hope you like it. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.